Now after that unexpected delay, let us continue.
Yes, let's.
My brother sat in the background and he seems to be deciding that he's going to take his usual annoying approach to matters. So, yes, it turns out the plank shield's not exactly overly stable when it comes to durability. As if it wasn't hard enough to kill people before the weapon was at risk. It was pretty pointless to try and even fight with it in that condition, so had enough souls, so I rushed for the trader for some repair powder.
Thank you kindly.
I do believe that's the only one of 2 times I've had a weapon that needs repairing. The one other time was testing out the Drake Sword with its R2 attack. I wasn't aware that it drained 50 stability every time, so and although I didn't end up even using it in the end, I much preferred my spear. The longer range and the ability to use it with the shield up just made it much more useful for my personal tastes. Had a humanity left over, so made use of that. That person's still looking for somebody to duel him. Strange thing is though, I swear that was only meant to work if the person had a dragon scale, and I know for certain that I don't have a dragon scale. Since I believe the description of the Dragon Eye was searches for owners of a dragon scale, but I could be wrong. So I really wanted to go forward, but I just kept panicking and apparently I actually got his attention without meaning to. It's close. Very close death there. The good thing about that fog is it means that the summon was probably working more effectively than it normally would. A lot of people have chainmail on in comparison to normal. Well, then again, quite a few summons in comparison to normal. Right, and now for progress. Double kill on his half. Another bow. This is why I don't really want to use summons later on, or at least not two, is it just suddenly became trivial. One thing that I really want to know is just what the people on the other side were thinking about me running around with just the plank shield. And now that I've got the President's Key, I can finally go here and get the gold pine resin. And yet, despite having 3 people, we still try pulling one at a time, or at least one of us does. I wanted to get at least a few hits in, not be completely useless. And of course, the Black Knight. I didn't really do much in the entire fight. It's a shame, really. Fortunately, there's more Black Knights, and I'll be able to take them on my own. And yes, ironically, in the one where I'm probably not going to use it, I managed to get the sword in my first attempt. I believe they both expected me to have the Master Key so that they could go and fight Havel as well, but no luck there. Fortunately, they weren't too disappointed and just leave, so which did happen to me in one case. I've also determined that this shield is definitely not very good at dealing with Titanite bugs. I really need to remember the name of all of them, the proper one. In one of the later episodes that I've just recorded, I did find a more effective way to defeat them with a plank shield, but it's still not the best. The sudden arrival symbolised by this sudden death in one hit. I was quite disappointed to find out that apparently gold pine resin doesn't work on shields. Still had a couple of firebombs. I believe they were both prepared for the plunging attack, but I've done the plunging attack many a time. It's pointless for me to do the plunging attack since my shield can't even do the fall, so I take the damage as well from them. At least I got a few more hits from my shield rather than last time. I can barely hear myself talking over the sound of the fight. Didn't get a chance to wave and return before they faded out. That is the one thing that disappoints me most with the Ornstein and Smo boss fight, is I don't get a chance to really show my gratitude to the other players who've helped me defeat them. Well, it's going to be amusing to see me try and take them with just a plank shield. Get the dragon's attention, talk to Solaire, get the soapstone. Yeah, Solaire.
Ah, I am Solaire of no.
I'm regretting skipping most of his conversation.
The way I see it, in a land. So what? This please. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers. There's no but you to summon and engage, of course. But if you miss.
Essentially, what he says is he just says, suggests helping each other out with cooperation, and then mentions briefly sort of how the soapstone works, and then continues on to say that he's a warrior of sunlight, so his has got a brilliant glowing aura. So you've seen I've got a sword and shield now, except obviously in the wrong hands. But that didn't last very long. I've still got some kick left with the shield. I'm trying to remember what I... Is that? Yeah, I think there's an enemy behind me. Yeah, I missed that one. Also got the attention of the spear hollows. Another parry. If anything, it lets me practice parrying. Now I think I got the repair box this time.
Still keeping him. Then go ahead. Never hurts to.
Yeah, I got the repair box and the bottomless box. And a few arrows and the bow. Now, there's a reason for that, and it's a pretty simple reason. It's not going to be used as a primary weapon, like to assist the shield, but I think in the rifle one I actually used it. I mentioned that, so you can wait and see. I'm sure some of you can figure it out.